President BOLA TINUBU said when he was governor of Lagos State, he has said this many times, that you frustrated his attempts at revenue and actually inspired him to now begin to generate revenue internally, that you wanted to cripple Lagos State. And
no, that's absolute nonsense.
Right.
No. I go by constitution.
Right.
The Constitution of Nigeria, which is also enshrined, recognized local governments. And then for me to release funds to local government, it has to be on the basis of 20 local governments. When you then add, is it 37 or 27, whatever, to that, for me to be able to act constitutionally, the Constitution of Nigeria has to change. For as long as that Constitution did not change, then acting along not 20 local government, but 57 local government is unconstitutional.
Right.
So if he doesn't know that, then he doesn't know anything.
Right. But what do you say to that charge?
So is it that one that make him to have alpha, beta? Huh?
Right. So on the chat,
did you answer that?
Yes, it's a question for him to answer. Sir.
Okay,
it's a question for President Tinubu to answer about alpha beta. But I mean, you mentioned alpha beta with our new president. You were very.
It's because you said he then went to look for alternative funding.
Yes.
So alternative funding for whom? For the state or for himself? Or for the state and himself. So that's why I dropped that.
Yeah.
It's because you bring it up.
Yes. Do you
because
think
I don't talk about the private life except I take the character. But character matters to me.
Yes, you obviously think he's not a person of good character, and you said that in your letter. He's now our president. Do you still think that? And do you think he will succeed?
No, I won't comment on that.
Right. But you just mentioned, because you mentioned his character, that's why I wanted to ask the question. Do you still stand by what you said in the letter about his character?
No, you go and read.
Yeah, okay.
Read what I have written in my letters or in my book.
Third term, sir. Third term. Answered this a couple of times. Now, the people who believe you, you know, when you said you didn't seek, and you said that everything, you've never had to fight for anything, that God gives you things. People said, okay, if you didn't seek third term, why didn't you vehemently discourage people like Tony and Nene, who were said to be lobbying? Maybe it wasn't you, but these were your handsmen. Why didn't you discourage them firmly from asking for a third term for you?
But did Anene tell you that I ever said to him, go and do the third term for me?
No, he didn't. Okay. But you could have asked him to stop, sir.
But I didn't. He didn't tell me doing it. He did not.
So you were not aware?
I'm not aware that Anene is lobbying for third term.
Or anybody else?
No. The governors are, some of them, but they were doing it for themselves.
How so?
Because if the president gets third term, they too will also get third term.
Right.
And there was nothing that will stop them, because they were not doing it for the president, they were doing it for themselves.
So why don't people believe you when you say, when some people believe you, or many people believe you when you say, you didn't want a third term? Why does it keep coming up, sir?
Well, why does it keep coming up when they even know that the amount of money spent in for NEPA is not what Yaradua called it or what Buhari called it? You answer that question.
Those are heavy allegations, sir. Right. So it's just the nature of the political game, is what you're saying.
I was military head of state, and Sharia became an issue in the Constituent Assembly. I think it was Constituent Assembly.
Yes.
And I called somebody who was very vehement. I called him, I said, look, you, Sharia Court of Appeal, you won't go there. You won't take any issue there. He said, yes. But why are you? He said, politics. Politics. So what suits people politically, they will say or do, not what they believe,
right,
or what they mean. So I don't go by what people say, I go by what people do.
And your own case, you're saying you did not seek or encourage or ask anybody, or were not aware that anybody was seeking a third term for you.
No. I'm hearing the issue of Anini for the first time today.
For the first time, sir?
Yes, but I know, my advisor and representative at the Senate said it times without number, that if I had third time at heart, I would have to send her to the Senate. And that he didn't have anything like that. Why didn't they believe that?
Yeah, that's the question.
Giwa, what is his name?
Itagiwa, Florence Itagiwa, Senator Florence Itagiwa.
Itagiwa.
Yeah.
And he said that, he wrote it. Why don't they believe that?
Right. So it's political games. You believe it's political games. Yeah.